Hey guys, my name is Evan and welcome to Country View Acres. So today I'm trying to make a place where I can store my round bales out of the weather. So I want to clean out this side of the barn. I would like this side of the barn to be hay storage. So we need to get that cleaned out today, and we've got a bunch of round bales. I think we've got 9 more round bales that we need to move into here. But the problem is that this is not the best barn in the world, and that back corner actually puddles with water. It's a low spot, it puddles full of water, not ideal to stack hay in. So I've got some gravel and we're going to build this up so that it doesn't puddle water. So we're going to build this area up, and then once we do that, we're going to go ahead and bring all our round bales in here and we're going to get them stored and stacked on this side. And eventually what I want to do, there's a bunch of junk still in this barn, but eventually I want this side over here to be a livestock barn so that the livestock can get to this side of the barn. And this side I want to be hay storage. And we're going to start working on that today. We're going to work at least on this side and see if we can get it where we can store our round bales, keep those in prime condition out of the weather. Pipe clamps, pipe clamp rack, box of electric fence posts, rebar fence posts, more rebar fence posts. First load, grass seeder, broken sledgehammer, broken rake, broken shovel. At least that rake isn't broken. Broken scythe, pry bar. Okay, load number 2. All right, I've got this half of the barn cleaned out fairly well, so I'm ready to start filling this up with gravel. But if you look at the other side of the barn, you can still see all the junk that we still have out here to clean up. We've got a couple workbenches that'll have to come out, some shelves, and then I've even got a toolbox in here. And the reason this toolbox did not go with us to the other barn is because it's actually full of mice. So if you open this up, there's a mouse nest. There's a mouse nest in that corner. The mice just got through this whole thing. It stinks. Oh, there's a big mouse nest filling the whole drawer there. This whole thing smells like mouse urine and poop. It's just nasty. So I've taken a lot of the tools out of here. There's still some in here I need to get. But this thing stinks to high heaven. I'm not sure what I'm going to end up doing with that thing. It just needs pressure washed or something. I don't know. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab the TYM tractor and start bringing bucket loads of gravel in here. We're going to start bringing this up a few inches and get it all leveled back out again and get it ready to store some hay. All right, I've got this back corner over here all raised up with some gravel. I think we raised it close to 4 inches, so definitely not gonna puddle up now. So now I'm gonna go ahead, get the forks back on the tractor. We're gonna start moving some hay bales. All right, we got our hay stored away here in the barn. And the other day when we baled it, we were trying to beat the weather, and it was supposed to rain the next 2 days. Well, all that weather ended up going north of us. We haven't got any rain since we baled it. So we baled that on Tuesday. Today is Friday. It's only really been sitting outside for about 2-3 days. And luckily we've got it put in here the barn before it got rained on. And it should be pretty much the same quality as the day we baled it. And it should stay good in here now. So we could have probably put a third row right here on this half, but the bales that I had stored in here were kind of in the way of me putting them there. And one reason why it ended up being so low in that back corner and holding water is because there's a water hydrant right there. And we trenched water in from that water hydrant across there, and all of that sunk in after we trenched it in. So it's always been a low spot, always held water. And now we've got that all raised up now. Guaranteed that's probably the highest spot in the barn now. So that'll definitely stay up and dry. So I did end up moving the round bales around with a set of pallet forks. So I don't actually have a bale spear for the tractor, but I did buy everything to weld one together to fit on the quick attach on the front of the tractor. So hopefully that's a project we'll tackle here soon. We'll weld that together and we'll at least have a bale spear for the front. And then I'll probably want one for the back. That way I can move to it the same time. We may weld one of those together, or we may try to find one used on an auction or something like that. But I don't quite have everything I need for round bales yet. I still need a round bale feeder, or maybe more than one. Probably need at least a couple round bale feeders. And so far I've just put the round bale out in the middle of the pasture next to a tree for the steers to be able to eat on. So definitely need a few things to be able to adapt to using these round bales, but baling hay, baling round bales was definitely way easier. I mean, there's no physical labor to it. You just a lot of seat time in a tractor, moving bales around and baling everything. So definitely almost perfect for doing it as a one-man operation when you're here alone. So today's been a really nice day, probably the best day we've had all week. It's like high 70s today, beautiful day to be outside. We haven't had rain now for 7 days. So now that we got all the hay work done, we got the hay put away in the barn, I'm definitely ready for some rain. It's nice to have a few days of dry, but we could use the rain. So hopefully in 2 days we're gonna get some. And we've had a lot of stuff going on here with hay and everything else with fencing. I've been a little too busy to really cover everything, but we've got a ton of birds out here on our pond. So I think we got 5 geese out here right now. We've got some wild ducks. We got a wild duck that has 3 baby ducks. And then one of our ducks actually hatched out some babies. And I think she had somewhere to 7 to 9. And I think she's lost a few out here on the pond. But one of our own ducks has hatched out, and she's got still got at least, I think, 5 or 6 baby ducks. So they stay away from us. We can't take any pictures. Well, we can't get close enough to get real good ones. So I may try to put some pictures up on the screen to show you. But hopefully soon we'll be able to show you the baby ducks. Maybe they'll let us get close enough. But I think for today, I think I'm gonna go inside and chill out the rest of the night, have a little supper. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.